Hello, I'm Christelle Bell with your top stories for ABC15 Arizona. Developing this evening, one person is arrested after a deadly stabbing in West Phoenix. Police say they were called to a home where they found two men and a woman with stab wounds near 75th Avenue and Broadway Road. They were taken to the hospital and were told one of those men, now identified as 29-year-old Jake Carbonello, later died. The other two victims remain in the hospital but are expected to be okay. Now, the suspect arrested was identified today as 29-year-old Hunter Strawbridge. The Arizona Jewish community is rallying to support immigrant rights. Organizers say the issues today speak to their own history as a people. ABC 15's Josh Cristianto brings us more.
The rally only lasted 30 minutes here in Scottdale, but they're hoping the message will last even longer.
Fighting for those in the margins.
Help us stand up for the vulnerable.
Arizona Jews for Justice joining in on the pushback against new, stricter illegal immigrant policies brought about by President Donald Trump.
From the Holocaust, we learned what can happen when systems are put in place that cultivate fear and hate and dehumanization.
Our job as American citizens is to show up for them and speak for them on behalf of them.
About 25 gathering on the corner of Scottsdale Road and Thunderbird, speaking out their truth, what they see as an attack against justice and human dignity.
Moving to better your life is a human right. And our young people, our children, should not live in fear of what tomorrow might hold for them.
Silence is violence! Silence is violence!
This, even as a recent Associated Press NRC Center for Public Affairs research survey shows half of U.S. adults think beefing up border security should be a high priority for the feds. The vast majority favor deporting immigrants convicted of violent crimes. But these rally-goers believe more people could be impacted.
You know, there's a misunderstanding and a misconception that, you know, immigrants are here and causing crime and running rampant, when in reality these are established American people.
Compassion and inclusion, they say, is the only way forward.
Jews for thousands of years now have lived as second-class citizens at best, as refugees, as immigrants, as wanderers who were not protected. We know from our history and we know from our texts the mandate to protect.
Reporting in Scottsdale, Josh Cristianto, ABC 15, Arizona.
Looking ahead, the annual point in time count is taking place this Tuesday in Maricopa County. It's a yearly snapshot mandated by the federal government to collect the number of unhoused people living in the state. Now, each city is responsible for counting within their boundaries. ABC 15 looking ahead to tax season starting tomorrow. This year, the IRS expects more than 140 million returns ahead of the April 15th deadline. And we're here to help you with tips you can follow. First, use the IRS Pilot Direct File program, which allows you to file taxes directly with the IRS for free, review last year's return, and also get help with this year's return, as well as maximizing tax deductions. Now, there is still time to contribute to your traditional IRA, which could potentially lower your taxable income for 2024. And some good news for Arizona taxpayers. The State Department of Revenue has expanded its free tax filing program, giving you another way to file your taxes online for free. The department says that over nearly 2 million Arizonans will be eligible to use this IRS Direct File program. And you may remember that this pilot program launched ahead of the 2024 tax season, but this year's edition of the program has expanded to include more types of income, deductions, and credits.
With your most accurate forecast, I'm meteorologist Justin Hobbs. Some changes here as we head into the new week as a storm moves into Arizona. That does bring us a chance for some showers here in the valley. I do think the Western Valley could start seeing some of that earlier in the morning. Here closer to downtown, that rain chance going to be better between the lunch hour and through the evening time frame. Temperatures also going to be taking a tumble compared to where we were in the weekend, 61 degrees as we get into the afternoon time frame. Meanwhile, elsewhere across the state in the high country, that's where we're going to see some of that rain and snow mix, especially in areas like Prescott, Flagstaff could see some accumulating snowfall. Be careful if you're heading up that way, especially along the I-40 corridor. Could be a little bit treacherous there as we go through our Monday as some heavy banding of snow is going to develop. Now here in the valley, best chances for rain are going to be Monday and a Wednesday. We'll get a slight lull there as we get into Tuesday. Then we should dry out as we get towards the weekend. Meanwhile, Flagstaff, you are going to have a snow chance here Monday, Tuesday, and a Wednesday, drying out Thursday and Friday. I will say some of that snow could impact eastern Arizona as we get into Thursday, but then as we get towards the weekend, we're all drying out, temperatures warming back up.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to abc15.com or download the free ABC 15 mobile app.